Okay, hello everybody. I've just gotten done grading. I was running a little behind, but I want to make sure everybody gets all the feedback they need to move forward with their. If you did milestone 1 correctly, and most of you did outstanding work, then you're ready to move to milestones 2 and 3. If you did not, and you don't read my feedback, and many of you apparently are not reading the feedback that I provide you specifically. So, we need to cover a few really key points about what the discussion is, okay, what a discussion assignment involves, and what you need to do for these discussions and these assignments. Okay, and what it says here, you have to have a initial post. Okay, now I'm people are busy, so if you get me a solid initial post that I can respond to, and I was a little late responding, and I responded today, then that's fine. But what you want to do is you take into consideration material such as course content and other discussion boards from the current module and previous modules. Make sure you are using proper citation method. You have to cite your work. You can't just write me a paragraph about how you feel after reading the initial prompt. Many of you are doing this. You will not do well if you continue to do this and you ignore my feedback. Another aspect of this, you must reply to at least 2 of your classmates. If you just write me a paragraph, well, I think racism is bad. Well, you're not going to do well. You're not going to pass a module. Okay. Another aspect of this this assignment, these discussion assignments, and let's go back here and look at some other assignment guidelines and rubrics. Okay, so let's look at milestone 1, which I just reviewed. Okay, here is milestone 1. If I've directed you to go back and redo any or all of this, you need to do it. Most of you read this. Critical elements. Whether we're writing a discussion post or a journal, like a short paper, or writing your milestones, you have to keep these rubrics in mind. Okay, many of you have done a good job of writing. Some of you think that you're writing a high school paper on how you feel about a topic. No one cares how you or I feel. This is not a paper about how you feel about that you feel deeply about it. No one cares. I hate to put it that way. How I feel about a topic does not matter. This is an analysis. This is a class in sociology. It's an analysis. Okay? So please, how to talk about the problem, how these are, when you're looking at personal biases, stereotypes, write about this. When I see you writing about theories, there's got to be some evidence that you have an understanding of the theory. Okay? And that you're just not writing words. In other words, I think an excellent example, and I can't flash this up, was Shaira Parrish, one of your classmates, wrote about the drug war, and she wrote about conflict theory and in terms of race. And indeed, there is evidence to support that. That is an analysis, okay, of a correct analysis of how this works. If you go, I'm thinking about the conflict theory, Uncle Bob, had a drinking problem. No. It's clear to me then that you're not, if you're writing that way, if you're writing in these kind of generalities, you are not sufficiently, you have not read what these theories are, and you need to go back and review them carefully. Moreover, if you're still writing me a paper in the middle of the semester, anything, whether it's an initial post, whether it's a short paper, or whether it's a milestone, and you have no references, you're not doing sufficient work. If you write me 2 pages of free writing about your feelings and how you're passionate about something, you're not reading the terms of the assignment, and you're not doing the work. It's great it's great to write your biography. It's great to have a biographical grounding in this. Many of you are just writing about your personal experiences and stopping. That's not what this class is about. That's not sufficient. Your experience, however profound it may be, or mine, is not sufficient to address a social problem. This is a sociology class, and you need to read in terms of sociology. So, yes, if you've had a personal experience, by all means share it, but then relate it quickly to a larger pattern. If somebody in your family, uses, for example, medical marijuana, that's fine. But don't that story in and of itself tells me nothing about the situation. What you need to do is relate that story, your biography, to the other millions of people who have to use that, and you need to provide evidence of that, not just cliches. Okay, so read the theories, read what the correct citation format is, cite every last piece of work that you do, and organize your writing before you submit it here online. Okay, this is not, as you might have had in earlier classes or perhaps in a high school, a place where I'm going to give you multiple chances to do draft after draft and have me do the work of revising them. That, unfortunately, we don't have the time for that. That's for you to do. Now, if I've recommended to occasionally that you need help, or maybe you feel like you're a little overwhelmed anyway, you can go to the writing center. Okay, here's how we do that. Right, let's go to course menu. Okay, I go to learning modules. We click here. If I go down here to academic support, get help with your work. And this is writing. You can learn. Here is everything that you need. If you're running into some snags, you cannot ignore this. You cannot continue to write me your opinion or your feelings or your notion of the situation. That's not of much use to us here. Okay, I hate to be so dramatic about this, but my goal is your success, and in order for that to happen, you have to do a little reflection on this. Most people, however, are doing excellent work. So look to the examples. I just gave you one example. I think I also read some excellent examples about mental health and so forth. Look at your classmates, the way they do it, and kind of model what they do. Don't just free write something and then stick it in there at the end of the week. Okay? Thank you.